Does keeping an open mind mean that you go on dates with people you're not attracted to? And what do you do when the guy that you're with doesn't want to have sex? Plus, I have my new favorite subscriber at the end of this video. Hey, welcome to Ask Mark. It's week number 51. It's been a couple of weeks since I got an Ask Mark out, but I've been really focused on clients and on setting up the seminars and making sure that's all going well. Secrets of Men Brisbane went amazingly, so get the tickets to the one in your city soon. Man, the weather is absolutely beautiful here. It's the middle of summer. I know a few of my clients, quite a few of you, are freezing on the East Coast. Here's what we're going through. Not a cloud in the sky. We are inside for Ask Mark though, and let's get on to Misha's question. Hey, if you haven't already, join the Facebook group. We've got great conversation going in there, and I'm going to be doing some of the questions for Ask Mark from there as well. So both the YouTube comments and the Facebook group questions. So make sure you remember, link, description. Misha says, I have a question for anyone or Mark. I understand not being picky about looks and having standards versus expectations. But does that mean I go after someone who I don't find attractive? This doesn't make sense to me. Or does the concept of someone will become attractive over time come into play? Okay, I don't know if you saw my Facebook Live yesterday, but I did a Facebook Live video on how to beat man droughts if you've got a man drought in your city. We ended up in a Q&A and someone asked about Mr. Hussey's recent video, which was on Facebook swimming around. You might have seen it. It basically said, go on fewer dates. This is the secret. And it deeply concerned me, not because it was bad advice. In fact, when you watch the video, the advice is really good. But just the boom, I worry that a lot of people will see that and go on fewer dates, be pickier, that's the answer. A lot of people on Facebook only watch very short portions of videos. And it's important with that and with questions like this to realize this is advice for online dating. If you're worried about not having chemistry on dates or not going out with people you're finding attractive, whether it's physically, non-physically, or a combination of both, the only way to avoid that entirely, and a goal I set for all of my clients, is to get off forever online dating. This is tough for my clients, but it's the ultimate goal for all of them is I want you to be meeting regular, attractive, available men all the time, anywhere, throughout your day, throughout your nights, in real life. Now, different women obviously have different challenges with this. If you're a single mum of two in her 30s, you're going to meet different people in different places to a single woman in her 20s or a single woman in her 50s. There's all sorts of constrictions that apply, but online dating is just a supplement. It gets the meeting men numbers up, but not without a price. You have more dates without chemistry. The important thing that gets left out, that you have to watch Huss's video to understand, and that I felt he glossed over a little bit, was it means you have to really widen the funnel. So when you're meeting men online, you're widening the funnel to people beyond your perceived type, to people who you go, I'm 50-50 on this guy. You're chatting to all of them, you're getting most of them on the phone, and you're figuring out if there's chemistry. If you're not a phone person and you want to date online, there is no way to avoid going on dates with guys with whom you don't find chemistry. You've got to be able to enjoy those dates anyway, and it's a great skill to have because you'll still meet interesting people, you'll still build social skills, you'll still gain confidence, and if you can still have fun on dates where there's no chemistry, that's a great gift. Dating's never going to be a waste of time. I'll summarize this question with this, Misha. Think of online dating the way you'd meet people at a party. If you're meeting people at a party, you're not walking around to the guys going, no, no. You don't make snap judgments of people. You might not be super attracted to that man. You might find he actually has a kind of nice vibe to him. You might find that good-looking guy is actually really cocky, or that guy who is maybe shorter than you is actually really intriguing. You would actually go and talk to them and get to know them. And you must apply that mindset to online dating. Do that, get guys on the phone, and you'll very rarely be going on dates where there's no chemistry. Second one is from Elena, and Elena says, Hi Mark, I've got a question, not much related to the video, which is a good thing because I cannot remember which video this came from. I'm a 22-year-old woman who happens to be a virgin, not by choice or religious reasons, just kind of went that way. I don't have trouble attracting men. I've never planned to stay a virgin this long, but between travel, study, etc. made it difficult to commit and actually form a relationship. I'm not the girl who can have sex casually, but I'm certainly not waiting for marriage. Problem is the guy I've been dating for a while now refuses to have sex because he is waiting for marriage, no sex before marriage. What do I do? He's the first guy that I actually want to do it with, and he doesn't. If you can offer advice, please do. Well, it's the same as if the situation was in reverse, Elena. You have to respect his boundaries. I mean, you can certainly chat to him and go, look, this is a value of mine that, like, I'm someone who wants to have sex before marriage. I know it's not a value of yours. I guess, is there any sort of compromise we can come to here? And you can certainly pose the question, but if that's his value, you have to respect it and then decide if it's a big one, this one. I certainly, no matter how well I got along with someone, this just wouldn't be something I'm compatible with. For me, you know, my personal belief, sex is something to be enjoyed, to be reveled in, not something to, say, be put up on a pedestal relating to a particular ceremony with all your friends and family. So it just wouldn't be something I'm congruent with. And it may not be something you're congruent with, but have that conversation. And if not, understand you can really like someone who's incompatible with you, whose values just don't match. And that's okay. It can be scary to bring this conversation up, but do it, because you're better off if you two aren't right together than ending things sooner. Third question is from Nafila, who says, it's been 3 days. Am I to be blamed for that? I've been messaging every day. Every 10 minutes, literally. I kept my cool and I replied, I'd probably not message for quite some time, Nafila. You have to respect yourself first. She came back with an actually interesting question. Why can't he block me if he doesn't want to talk? This came up at the recent Secrets of Men Brisbane seminar. Blocking and in general, ruling out sexual options was not very smart evolutionary for men. As humans evolved in small tribes, there was always more abundant sexual opportunities for women than for men. There were always more men wanting sex and women kind of being the guardians of it than the reverse. You see this in kind of male psychology and dating today, where guys will, for example, cop this barrage of messages but not block you. They will pull back but not actually break up with you. I'm not defending the behavior, I'm not saying it's good, but I can tell you from personal experience, just completely ruling someone out, it's fucking scary for a guy. When I split with my former partner and, you know, there was no one else, you know, no other women around, and we just had to call it ends there, and, you know, I know that as soon as I break up with her, there's going to be 10 men, you know, wanting that. That was scary. Really scary. It would have been a lot easier to pull away and, you know, start flirting with other women, and it really, really scared me doing that. And this is a guy who's working as a stripper at the time, who probably has a lot more people than most men would to bounce to if he wanted to do so. So for men, ruling out an option, unfortunately, is not something a lot of men do very well. This is why you get things like this, where guys will just cop an absolute, like, they won't block necessarily, they won't give the final no, they won't tell the go away, they won't give the final command, no, this is done, go away. A lot of time things just span out into kind of an unspoken space. And it does suck, because if we're in our best selves, that wouldn't happen. But human behavior is a thing, fears are a thing, and you need to understand this so you can deal with it. So Nafila, I would definitely stop messaging him. He may not rule you out unless you absolutely destroy his phone with a rampage of texts, but it doesn't mean you're doing the right thing. Still judge a man on his actions, because the words may not always give the answers, but the actions, if he's pulling back in this way, not responding, will tell you exactly what you need to hear. And the final question is not even a question at all. It's from Irene, who says, so sweet pillows. Thank you, Irene. You are my new favorite subscriber. These are pillows made by my beautiful mother, and she's amazing. And you pointed them out, so I love you lots. Join the Facebook group if you haven't already. Give the video a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button with the little bell. Don't forget to leave your question for next week's Ask Mark as well. I'd love to hear it. More questions equals more content for you. So thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the video next week.